their guitarist is just insane. Like I think he's one of the greatest of this generation, in my opinion.
I think you may be right. I mean, what I've seen, well, hey, everybody, I'm Bret, and this is Emily, and we are going to react to another Greta Van Fleet song. We've done one other, and one of the reasons we do this is just because we want to know what's going on in culture. We both love music, and especially live music, and I appreciated Greta Van Fleet because I'm old school. I like bands, and when I found out that Emily, she's on our staff here at One Life, she likes bands as well, goes to see concerts, takes pictures of them and all that kind of thing, but has a lot of background in Greta Van Fleet. So we kind of found a way to relate on that, and so we're going to react to what are we reacting to again?
So this one's called Sacred the Thread, and it is the third single off their upcoming album.
Okay, and the whole thing is, I don't necessarily follow them, so I haven't heard this at all, and then you've heard it several times and kind of checked it out. And
yeah, so it's essentially a song that Josh, the lead singer, wrote about his jumpsuits that he wears on stage.
About his jumpsuits?
Yeah, because a lot of the thing, so a lot of their...
So some deep waters we're about to get into here.
So a lot of their thing, is when they perform, a lot of people just go up on stage and sing, and that's fine, but, for them, it's, a whole event, because, so outfits included, they always have, custom-made outfits and suits, and, they have, pyro, and, so it's a whole thing. It's not just...
Oh, okay, so they do put on a big production.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, because you said that after I saw this, I'd probably want to see them live.
Oh, yeah, it'll...
I wanted to anyway, I was curious, yeah.
Yeah, it'll definitely light that fire,
okay.
for sure.
All right, here we go. So this is Sacred the Thread. Now, we did decide before we started playing this, since it didn't have, subtitling or any of that kind of stuff, that you'd have to help me on the lyrics. Cause,
yeah, I will help to the best of my ability, because even sometimes I have a hard time understanding him, because he just doesn't enunciate all the time.
But we know basically he's talking about his jumpsuit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
At least I know that. So now I'm looking for that. But I will say I already like the song in the sense of just I like that it opened with drums. Again, this is a classic setup. It's sort of power trio kind of thing where you've got just drums, bass, guitar. Don't need anything else. Vocals. Yeah. That's all I need personally. Yeah. So and it's got that old school sound with his Gibson SG over there and the Rickenbacker bass and all the rest. So.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what he's saying?
Kind
about
of.
his jumpsuit? I mean, is it kind of is he talking about, the burdens of performing or why he does it, or is that any of that going on, or?
Not really. I mean, he's kind of just saying he, I guess, have found freedom dressing like this, because his other shows, before, when they got really big, he would just wear a t-shirt and stuff like that. And then when they started getting big, they really started experimenting with the way they would dress at concerts, and they started getting custom made suits and all of this stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's basically the idea of finding freedom and seeing this as part of, how they perform and how they act, as well as how
I
they
see.
dress.
So they're kind of embracing their persona of, whereas before they were almost kind of just regular dudes, garage band sort of thing. But now they're.
And it's kind of funny, because when I saw them in Nashville in the summer of 2021, after the show, I was showing my family videos and stuff, and they kept saying he reminds me of Freddie Mercury, just the way he would dress and the way he would act on stage.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's interesting. I mean, we're here to interview with Paul McCartney, and he said he's known as being kind of a regular guy. He in his town, he rides public transit. His kids go to public school, things like that. He tries to live a very normal life. But on the flip side, he knows he's Paul McCartney, and when he goes on the stage, he's supposed to be that. And so he kind of makes a big production of it and all that kind of thing. So maybe that's what they're kind of going for. Nice looking stage, though.
Yeah, their production's cool. Yeah. Even right there, he basically said unraveled the glow that once was dim. So it's like he's able to wear these things now that like he feels more comfortable and more like, I guess, in tune with the image that they're trying to put off as a band, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And they had to earn their way there because they remember we were saying in another video that there's no such thing as overnight success, and so they've been doing this one. How old are they? Do you have any idea?
I think the twins are 26, and then the drummer and the bass are 24.
Oh, they are.
So they're young.
Okay, who's the twins again?
The lead singer and the guitarist. They're twins. They don't look like twins.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe the drummer and the bass player looked alike.
Yeah. Well, the drummer is just a childhood friend of them, so he's.
But they've been together doing this since they were pretty young.
Oh yeah. I mean, they didn't really they released their first album in 2017, but they were like doing like little shows in just random places in their hometown like since forever.
Wow. Okay. So they know what it's like. So they did just kind of come up as kids almost. So I remember being in bands in high school, and we kind of
and the fact that they're still so young too, and like
that's crazy.
They're so in tune with it. It's incredible.
It's kind of like Def Leppard. They were very, very young when they first came out. So what I like about this song is kind of heavy / mellow at the same time.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that vibe, and so that's it's got that. And my perception is they're kind of at this level. I don't know how big this arena is, but they're doing shows that are what 10, 20,000. I mean, is it?
Yeah. Well, they're playing I don't know like the capacity for arenas, but they're playing the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, which is like pretty big.
Okay, which is it is very large.
Yeah.
But playing this kind of stuff, gives me hope for the next generation.
And to be able to do that live too is like crazy.
Yeah, night after night after night.
Yeah. Switch instruments. Well, he's the bass player also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the bass player, so he switched instruments and went over. So
Okay,
he
like,
plays.
where'd that guy
Yeah,
come
he
from?
plays
He's a
keys
keyboardist.
and bass.
Oh, so he slipped over during that little interlude. He slipped over on the keys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
another throw out to Led Zeppelin there.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't catch that at first. So.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Their guitarist is just insane. Like I think he's one of the greatest of this generation, in my opinion.
I think you
Like,
may be right.
I mean,
what I've seen,
he's been playing forever, and like he's just so good. Like he's probably, not to be biased, but he's probably my favorite in the band.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can be biased. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Because I mean, even like the first time I saw them live, because like I was in the pit, so I was like 2 rows from the front of the stage, and so I was like kind of in the middle-ish, but like I was like watching him the whole time. I was like, because he's so cool to watch, because he gets so into it, and like this whole idea actually to be in the band was, he wanted to do this, like this was his idea, and so he's basically like living out
the band itself was his idea.
He always wanted to play guitar and like be in a rock band.
Right.
And the lead singer Josh actually wanted to be a filmmaker and like do film and stuff. And so he was like, I'll do this with you, like, because I know it's your dream and stuff. So I mean, Jake was the one that has been wanting to do this pretty much, and so he's kind of getting to live out his dream, and he's awesome at it too.
And
So
he wanted to be a filmmaker, but he just happens to be able to sing the way he does, which is kind of not
I was
fair
like,
when you think
how
about it.
did he like realize one day?
Accidentally,
Yeah, I was like, did you just realize one day
Wait a
that like
minute.
you could sing like this? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to do film, but I guess I'll sing
Yeah.
to help you out. Okay, and I happen to be able to sing like that. That's nutty.
yeah.
Now, I know we're at the point that you love his guitar playing. I like it because it is an old school thing. It's not like an 80s shredder sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
It's more of a 70s vibe. It's a little rougher around the edges.
Yeah.
But it's very orchestral and and then that last vocal note. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the chops, and it's cool they have the chops, and they are obviously inspired by not only Zeppelin but other bands from that era. So, well, thanks for checking us out and enjoyed the song. And this is coming up on the upcoming album,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
the album
'cause
comes
at
out
the
July
point we're making this
21st.
video, it's coming out
So.
July 21st this
Yep.
year, and so great stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
and,
thank you.
Yeah, I never caught quite where the jumpsuit came in, but that's okay.
Maybe you had the
lyrically,
lyrics.
it's
Maybe-
okay.
yeah.
Maybe that's.
Yeah.
But thanks again. For
Yeah,
joining us.
thank you.